Welcome back, students. Hope all are fine and doing well. Now we have reached to the last chapter of Term 3 syllabus, that is Gecko handling. What do you mean by Gecko handling? Gecko handling means collecting the information, and here the information is numerical information. Make a note, students. All the exercises you are going to complete in your maths class copy. Clear? Except exercise 1B based on bar graph. As always, I say, do with me the questions which are being solved as classwork, and at the end of the lecture, you'll get the homework sums. Fine? So, what is statistics? Suppose you are asked to conduct a survey among a group of people. What will be the first thing that you would have to do? You will have to collect the data. This means you will communicate with the group and receive the information. So what will you get? So what you get is random raw data which is not organized. The best way to represent the data aesthetically, which becomes easier to understand, is by making tables having various rows or columns, or even by using the graph. This means representing the data in organized way. But what is the purpose of representing the data well? So that one could analyze the data better. Doing so help out in finding the maximum value, minimum value, or the difference of the two. It means one can easily analyze the data which is organized. In the end, one could easily interpret the data which has been organized and analyzed. So children, what is statistics? It is the branch of mathematics that deals with the study of data. Plural of data. Data means numerical information. Children, here we have learned that the data that have been collected but not organized in any way are called raw data or unclassified data. For example, look at this example. Here the data is not in proper order. To organize these raw data, there is a simple way of arranging in array. Array means to arrange the data in proper order, either in ascending order or descending order. Here you can see the previous data is arranged in proper order. Frequency. The number of times a particular term or value occurs in a collection of data is called the frequency of the term. In this table you can see the frequency of 5 is 2. Now let's try to understand tally mark with the help of an example. Suppose there is a survey of finding out the favorite sports of 30 people around your region. You have classified your survey into 4 categories. 3 of the most popular are cricket, football and tennis, and all other sports under other sports. The first person you make like football, so write 1 in front of football. The next person says he likes tennis, so write 1 next to tennis. The next person says football, so write 2 in front of football. Now let's count the number of people fall in each category. Out of 3 people surveyed, 2 like football and 1 like tennis. Next like cricket, so write 1 next to cricket. The next also like cricket, so you write 2 here. Now out of the 5 people surveyed, 2 like cricket, 2 like football and 1 like tennis. Someone said baseball and someone else said football. So what do you notice? It gets a bit tedious. And it's not the best way to take the survey. Let's understand the better way to do this. First person says football, you just draw a small vertical line next to football. No number, no order, nothing. The next says tennis, so we just simply put a vertical line next to tennis. Next guy says football, so we just draw a vertical line next to the first vertical line. Notice, in this case, we just don't have to think what the previous number was. Simply, we just have to draw a line when a person names his favorite sports. The next two like cricket, so we just put two vertical line next to cricket. And the list goes on. So until now, 2 people have said cricket, 4 people have said football, 2 people have said tennis, and 1 like some other sport. Now we come to the most crucial point of this exercise. When the next person says football, he will be the 5th person to like football. So we simply strike out the first 4 lines. This symbolized 5 people. But why a slanted line? Why can't we just draw the vertical lines? Imagine counting the number of people if we get something like this. It will get really difficult. That is why, as you know, every 5th count cross out the previous 4 counts. So after asking all 30 people, this is how the final table will look like. These are called tally marks or tallies. We can now write the final number in the next table. First row has 5 and 5. The number will be 5 plus 5, which equals 10. Second row has 5, 5 and 3. The total will be 5 plus 5 plus 3, which equals 13. So 10 people like cricket and 13 like football. In the same way, we can say 2 people like tennis and 5 like other sports. Children, hope the concept of tally marks is clear. Now let's move on. Next topic, frequency distribution table. What do you mean by frequency distribution table? A table in which the frequencies of observations or terms are given is called a frequency distribution table, or simply a frequency table. A frequency table has 3 columns. We write the observation in their ascending order in the first column. Their tally marks are drawn in the second column. The frequency obtained by counting the tally marks occupy the third column. Children, this will be more clear to you all when I set an example from exercise 1A. Fine? Children, what do you mean by range? The difference between the largest observation and the smallest observation in a given set of data is called the range of the data. Now, I'll take up exercise 1A based on frequency distribution table. Children, let's do the exercise 1A. Arrange the following data in ascending and descending order, which is very simple. You can do your own. Question number 2. Find the frequency of 5 in the following data. Frequency means how many times the observation being repeated. Here 5 occurs how many times? 3 times. So the frequency of 5 is 3. Question number B, do your own. Question number C, the value of pi up to 20 decimal place is 3.141, 592, 653, 589, 793, 238, 46. Write the frequency of the following digits. 2 occurs how many times? Just count and write 2 times, 3 occurs 3 times, 6 occurs 2 times, and 9 occurs 3 times. So the frequency of digit 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 6 is 2, and the frequency of 9 is 3. Clear? Now question number 3. A part. Find the observation in the following data which has the least frequency. So in this case, first you write each observation one time and count the number of times it is being repeated. When you count and check, you will find 8 occurs one time, others occur 2 or more times. So 8 is the observation which occurs with the least frequency. Clear, children? Question 5. The number of members in 25 families of a housing complex are given below. Prepare a frequency table for the above data. So let's try to prepare it. Children, here explain that for frequency distribution table, how many columns are needed? 3. First for writing the observation, second for drawing the tally mark, and third for writing the corresponding frequencies. So let's proceed. So you can see the 3 tables here. Now let's fill it. First we'll write the observation in the first column. In which order? Ascending order. If you see here, children, the smallest observation is 2 and the greatest observation is 6. So arrange them here in first column. In which order? Ascending order. So let's write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now accordingly, let's try to collect the frequency using tally mark. 2 occurs how many times? 1 time. So let's draw one vertical line. 3, let us count 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's draw 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So group of 5 and then 1. Then 4 occurs how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So group of 5 and then 1, 2, 3. Clear? Then 5 how many times? 1, 2, 3 times. And 6 comes how many times? 1 and 2. After filling the tally marks, let's write the corresponding frequency. 2 comes how many times? 1 times. 3, 5 plus 5 plus 1, 11 times. 4, frequency of 4 is 5 plus 3, 8. Frequency of 5 is 3 and frequency of 6 is 2. So when you sum up, it's exactly equals to 25. And this shows that you have not left any observation, as in question you were given the data of 25 families. This is how we prepare the tally mark and the frequency distribution table. Now question number 7. The sizes of shoes of 20 students of a classrooms are given below. Prepare a frequency distribution table for the above data. So let's try to do it. So in question number 7, again to prepare the frequency distribution table, we need how many columns? 3 columns. First, for writing the observation, here the observation is size of shoes, then tally marks and then frequency. So let's fill the columns first. Children, as you can see here, the smallest observation is 3 and the largest observation is 7. Clear? So let's fill the observation in ascending order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After writing the observation in ascending order, let's try to draw tally marks. Let's count 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times. So 4 vertical lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 4. 1, 2, 3, 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Then count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how will you write? First you make the group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 7 occurs how many times? 1, 2. So write here 2. Then when you, after writing the tally marks, children, write their corresponding frequencies. 3 how many times? The frequency of 3 is 4. Frequency of 4 is 3. Frequency of 5 is 4. Frequency of 6, 5 plus 2, 7. And frequency of 7 is 2. So when you sum up, the total is exactly equals to 20. This shows that you have not missed any observation, as you were given the size of how many students? 20 students. This is how we prepare the frequency distribution table when you are given a raw data. Clear, children? Children, with this exercise 1A ends. Now note down your homework sums. Homework sums are question number 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the parts do in book itself, and question number 6 do in copy. Already you have done question number 5 and 7 with me in which copy? Classroom copy. So continue the next question in the same copy. Thank you.